High fructose corn syrup. What is the truth? This presentation will seek to explain the information that consumers should know about high fructose corn syrup, which will be referred to during this presentation as HFCS. By the end of this presentation, you will have learned what high fructose corn syrup is, why food manufacturers use it in food products, which food products contain high fructose corn syrup, and how it is processed in your body, common misconceptions about this product, and finally, the bottom line about this ingredient. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener that is made from corn and used in many different functions in the food products. Just as table sugar is made from sugar cane or beets, high fructose corn syrup is made from corn. It is nearly identical in composition to table sugar, which is approximately 50% fructose and 50% glucose. There are two different formulas used for high fructose corn syrup, either 55% fructose and 45% glucose, or 42% fructose and 58% glucose. The function of the high fructose corn syrup determines which formula a food manufacturer would use. To understand more about high fructose corn syrup, let's take a look at two components that high fructose corn syrup contains: fructose and glucose. Glucose and fructose are both a monosaccharide, which is the simplest form of sugar. You can think of these as the smallest building blocks for carbohydrates. Glucose is found in nearly all foods that contain carbohydrates, and fructose is commonly found in fruits and honey. Like table sugar and other carbohydrates, high fructose corn syrup has 4 calories of energy per gram. A common question about high fructose corn syrup is why would food manufacturers use this product? High fructose corn syrup serves many functions in food, and many of which do not necessarily make the product taste sweeter. High fructose corn syrup can be used as a flavor enhancer for both sweet and spice flavors. For this function, manufacturers will use it in products like baked goods, fruit fillings, tomato products, canned fruit, and beverages. It can also provide fermentable sugars in food products such as baked goods or yogurt. Other functions that high fructose corn syrup serves are to enhance moisture control, retard spoilage, or increase shelf life, enhance texture, and extend freshness for foods such as baked goods, granola, or breakfast and cereal bars. In addition to its functions to enhance flavor, provide fermentable sugars, and extend shelf life, high fructose corn syrup also can be used to protect the firm texture of fruit and canned fruit products. High fructose corn syrup reduces freezer burn in frozen fruit products due to having a lower freezing point than sucrose, which serves a nice purpose in providing frozen beverage concentrates that are pourable straight from the freezer. Finally, high fructose corn syrup also provides greater stability than sucrose when used in acidic carbonated sodas. Now that you've learned the functions of high fructose corn syrup, here's a list of all the food products that commonly contain this ingredient: baked goods, yogurt, spaghetti sauce, ketchup and condiments, salad dressings, beverages, granola, breakfast and cereal bars, canned and frozen fruit products, and frozen beverage concentrates. High fructose corn syrup is processed in your body just the same as table sugar. Your body cannot tell the difference between these two ingredients due to the fact that they have similar compositions and are made from the very same components. Remember, back to the beginning of the presentation, table sugar is 50% glucose and 50% fructose, while high fructose corn syrup is made of either 55% fructose and 45% glucose, or 42% fructose and 58% glucose. Table sugar and high fructose corn syrup have the same number of calories, which is 4 per gram, and they use the same metabolic pathways and processes to break it down in your body. Moving on from functions of high fructose corn syrup in food products, we will now turn our focus to taking a look at some of the more common misconceptions about the food ingredient. Within the next 3 slides, 5 misconceptions about high fructose corn syrup will be listed, with the truth of the misconception explained below. Number 1, high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup are the same. The truth is that corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup are different, are made from different components, and serve different functions. Corn syrup is made up of mainly glucose, and it does not taste sweet. It is used most often as a thickener. Conversely, high fructose corn syrup is made of almost equal parts of glucose and fructose and is largely used as a sweetener, as well as with other functions discussed on previous slides. Myth number 2, high fructose corn syrup is to blame for obesity. There's currently a lot of media attention on high fructose corn syrup, and much of it is trying to place the blame for obesity on this ingredient. The truth is that high fructose corn syrup, as well as any other single food ingredient, is not uniquely responsible for obesity. Rather, obesity is the imbalance of calories when a person consumes more calories than which they are burning. When this imbalance occurs, the body stores the unused calories as fat, which over time lead to overweight and later obesity. Additionally, the U.S. Department of Agriculture data shows the consumption of high fructose corn syrup has declined while rates of obesity continue to increase. Myth number 3. Sugar is healthier than high fructose corn syrup. As mentioned before, sugar and high fructose corn syrup are nearly identical in composition. They are processed the same in your body and contain the same number of calories per gram. Your body cannot tell the difference between the two. Myth number 4. High fructose corn syrup is high in fructose. As you've learned, high fructose corn syrup is approximately half glucose and half fructose. The name high fructose corn syrup was given because the parent product, corn syrup, has virtually no fructose and is not sweet. So when the newer product was developed from corn syrup, they named this product high fructose corn syrup because by comparison to corn syrup, this new product has a high amount of fructose. The final misconception is that high fructose corn syrup blocks the body's ability to know when it is full. The truth is that studies have shown that there is no difference in satiety, which is the feeling of being full, or energy intake after consumption of high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, or milk. So once again, there is no difference. After learning all this information, what is the bottom line about what you need to remember about high fructose corn syrup? High fructose corn syrup is in essence the same as table sugar and should be consumed in moderation, just as you should consume all sweeteners in moderation. The dietary guidelines recommend a healthy eating plan is one that is low in saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, salt, and added sugar. High fructose corn syrup can be thought of as one of these added sugars.